to have you here. Welcome to my LinkedIn live streaming. We have a saying in Chinese. And let me see. Please share in the chat window where you're watching from. And also during my sharing, I would love to hear from you, how you resonate. What do you think? Do you agree or maybe you don't agree? Or, how it inspired you? What's your story? That's why we're here with the live streaming. So we got to engage in the real time to hear about what do you think. Awesome. So for the people first time watching this, my name is XIAO-YU. You can call me XIAO-YU. I am a leadership and intercultural transition coach and also business consultant. You may find more details about my work on my LinkedIn profile or website for sure. And we have a saying in Chinese. This is a series of live streaming I'm doing here on LinkedIn. Every Thursday from 5 p.m. Central Europe time, I come up live here to share a Chinese saying. It could be a phrase, idiom, like we say chéng or simply just a word. So my goal here is to share the language, the Chinese language, the culture, the wisdom behind, but also together with some of my reflections or thought around leadership or intercultural transition for individuals, for business, or just general personal or professional development growth. Because many of these phrases are from hundreds, thousand years ago. Somehow, amazingly, they still apply nowadays, even to the hottest, the most popular topics. So I'm hoping, so could be interesting. I think could be interesting to share with you and to start a conversation. And let me see, we have Nicholas from Germany and also have Reinhard. Reinhard, I guess come pop in to say hi. He's on the rail today, I guess, on the train, in the train. Make sure to check out the playback. But still good to see you, Reinhard. Thank you for saying hi. Good to see you. So enough said. Today, the phrase, the saying I want to share with you is 有志者事竟成. Literal translation is as the people who has strong will, determination, everything will success in the end when it's come to the end. So this is a phrase from Nanchao Song period of time. And so a little bit about the characters. 有 is have or with something. 志 is determination or will, the faith, the persistence, right? 者 is people or people with something. So 有志者 is the people who has determination. 事 is things. Oh, like here we can say the goal or the purpose you want to reach, want to achieve. 经 is in the end. 成 is from 成功, success. So everything, the things will success in the end when it's come to the end. We love to use this phrase to encourage people to keep on working whatever you are doing. As long as you have the strong will, you are going to make it one day. And today with you, I especially want to talk about the 志 part, the will, the faith, the belief, the determination, right? No matter what kind of challenges or difficulties you are facing, you are going to make it because you have this strong determination. That is something money cannot buy. That is something people hard to talk you into something, into that. It's something comes from yourself, oneself. And the source or the root of that determination is motivation for many cases. For sure, still only have the motivation or determination is not enough. We still need to take action. We need to make a change to make it happen, right? By doing. But first, focus on talk about the being part, the determination. Especially when it comes to workplace, today I want to talk about leading a team in this changing time, or when we start working with a new team where there's lots of uncertainty or unknown. It makes total sense that people, in a team, people all have their own way or their preferred way of doing things. Or everybody got their own personal goals, career goals at the workplace. So as a team leader, how can we lead and drive the people in your team to create this shared determination, the 志, that aligns with your organization? So for sure, as a leader, you want to build a great team that everyone reach a great environment that for everyone to reach their personal goal and also contribute to the organization goal. And even will be even better, awesome, if you can also bring in the great visibility to your team inside the organization. To make all this happen, how to bring out the greatest will or determination of your team member. Or some people say how to persuade, or how to have your team work as a whole in a consistent way as a team. For sure, it's great to share information, to share the case study, the success stories, or use the data, the research, the science, right? All those information to explain or convince people why or how we should do the work in this way. The question is, how can you invite people to really engage with the information that you are sharing with them? Or how much buy-in you can get from those people after you share the information with them? I know I'm stuck in question here. Uh, even, sometimes people may say, I got an idea. We can use incentives to drive people, to push people. Good idea. That may get you closer to their motivation if you are offering the right incentives, the incentives that they care or they truly want, right? So this is what I mean with my title, my subject today about information doesn't change behavior, but motivation does. In other words, we start with the motivation. So before we jump into how to get the team members' attention, how to get their buy-in, or to throw out all the amazing facts or numbers, let's try to understand the people first. Few things to share with you. The first one, empathy. Be open-minded. Be okay being ready to shift your perspective. Like we say, to put your feet in their shoes, right? So some people I talk with or I work with as a coach say, I don't think it's necessary and really worth all the time and the effort investment because uh, there's no way I understand everyone's perspective, but there's no way to please everyone to do everything as how everyone wished because we are in a team. We need to come to a solution, a common solution, everyone work together. The thing is to understand people before you expect people to understand your point or even accept your point. That's why we are here. That's what empathy is bringing us, the understanding. So sometimes to understand, even acknowledge other people's perspective or their opinion, doesn't mean you have to agree on everything. Like we say, agree to disagree, right? But this understanding with empathy is the crucial first step to build the common ground for motivating people. Second point, be okay to not knowing everything about your people. Listen first, and then ask open-ended questions, right? Try to set the environment in your team that make it possible to ask questions and answer questions honestly, like we say the psychological safety, right? And also as a leader, the person asking the questions, be prepared to hear different answers, different versions of answers, or the answers that different from what you wanted to hear, without leading towards your desired direction or your assumed answers in your question. So why we want to do this open-ended question? Because they're powerful. They empower people to feel safe to share their answer and opinions, and people won't feel judged by the question because you are simply being curious about what do they think, right? So people are not going to withdraw or stop from continue sharing their opinions. So that's the second part. It's okay to not knowing everything about your team. And talking about do not assume, that's the third point. It is the foundation of really being objective and truly understand your people. It's really easy. I know we all make assumptions. Somehow it's just how our brain works. Even with the seasoned team leaders, people who has been leading team for years, still sometimes just unintentionally we make some assumptions because the assumption could based on your past experiences, the ones that worked well, the ones that didn't work well, you want to avoid to happen again, or other information, right? From your colleagues, from your organization, from your industry. So the same with assumption is um, when we count on or depend on the assumption too much, the further actions, decisions we are going to make are all based on that assumption. Sometimes really can turn into the total opposite direction. So these are the three things. I want to share with you today and to focus on the 智, the determination, how to motivate people, how to understand people. These are all sounds from like the mindset, the perspective, right, angle. But we can also land them into actions to really turn it into some specific action plans, right? So there are many approaches, depends on who you are with and how you do the best and what's your environment, your organization, everything. There are people do interview, there are people do listening tours, or people hire someone externally to help to facilitate the conversation, surveys, surveys in different format, right? The 360, etc., everything. So all this effort or mindset that you want to build on is to help you to build the connection and the rapport with your team. And then those people in your team, they will be open and willing to tell you how they want to be motivated. Before that, you want to understand them. What do they really truly care about? Or what they are really not very satisfied with what's having now? And the last most important thing, how can you be a great leader to connect your team with your organization? Because you are like this bridge in between. And that's part of the role, the responsibilities of a team leader. And a quick story share with you. I remember recently in a coaching session with a sales team leader who like we were discussing about her leadership style. And she was saying like, I know my team, they know my temper, I know their personality. We all know each other's personal life, the families as well. We get together after work. We're like a family. We know each other, we got each other, but we also know we have very specific KPI for the sales, the metrics, and we know we must make it, we must reach it, and we are going to reach it. We definitely work as a whole team. And even from the way she told me about all this, she's very confident. And but she was telling me like she's continuously um, be open and try to negotiate, so not to negotiate, try to initiative conversations with people in her team to know what people are happy with, what people are not happy with. How can she be a support, right? So people tell her what they need, so she know truly how to motivate and support her people. With all this said, still I want to say information helps, but it comes after the motivation, when there's motivation already in place. Information can help us a lot with communication, right? To try to have a conversation with especially people, data-driven people or rational person. Oh, we can use information as a social proof, social evidence, or use it for an effective decision making, etc. There are so many reasons that we should have information in a team building or development. It's just it could be more powerful or convincing with the information when you have the motivation. The key is about what information you collected and you are going to share, and when and how you collected them and you are going to share them. In the end, I want to say it is not easy, definitely not easy to try to understand people and connect with different people. And it is a continuous effort. But you know what? 有志者事竟成. As long as you have the strong will and you are truly motivated by your mission as a leader, you are going to do a great job. With that being said, we come to the end of my sharing today. I hope you enjoy my sharing. Or when you watch the playback, please just share your, feel free to comment, your opinion or what you think, how you resonate about my sharing today and about this motivation topic today. And so we have a saying in Chinese, every Thursday, 5 p.m. Central Europe time, I come up live to share my Chinese saying and my reflections. So hope to see you around. Thank you.